What's up? Welcome back to Melvor Idle Adventure Mode. This is episode 14. Pretty busy week. So, what I'm doing right now is just burning up some silver ore, making silver bars. I got a bunch of silver left. I've been trying to clean out some inventory. I sold a bunch of junk out of here and trying to just get that last bit up. I think I smithed up the last of the gold a while back. I am saving all of the gems for whenever, if I ever get fletching or maybe Herblore uses some of it. I'll never unlock crafting with this, so I don't care about that for those, or these for that. But if I ever do fletching, to get bolts, so I'm going to hang on to these, and of course diamond lock potions there. All the gold and silver I think I'm pretty well done with. I don't know that I need any more, but I wanted to finish this off, and I may get sick of it and just sell the rest of it because I got 40,000. I mean, that's more than enough. I think I've upgraded everything I can upgrade as far as gear. So we're going to get into that here in a second. But what I sold was the shaman ring because I have this warlock ring. This thing doesn't have a level requirement behind it. So the shaman ring didn't either. And I should have probably pointed that out when I still had the shaman ring, but I wasn't thinking. So where are we at this week? Well, last week I was trying to get ranged up to level 85, and I wanted to get level 85 ranged because then I could start equipping this god gear. I did spend a little bit, obviously I'm at level 85 because I've got the gear on. I did spend a little bit of time going through the air god dungeon. I spent a little bit of time going through here. I have, and you can see that I have a couple of pieces of it now. I've got the helmet, the boots, and the gloves, which is good enough. The chest piece and the legs are going to be a while to grind out, and I'm not necessarily in a hurry for that. We're going to get there. I did spend a significant amount of time grinding out the Volcano to get the ancient helmet, plate body, and plate legs, and then get the ancient shield, which was a hellacious grind for some reason this time. I have cleared that Volcano 1,071 times. I had multiples of all the other gear. And you'll notice I'm not keeping any of the, let's see if I go to here, I didn't keep any of that extra gear, the ancient gear. That stuff's going to get replaced by all the Terran stuff real fast. So I didn't want to keep extras of it in case, if you die, you might lose something and have to go get it. Not a big deal. I'm in the end game now pretty handily, so I'm not upset about that. And that, like I said, it's going to get replaced. And this ties back to the gold and silver talk earlier, because when you get this gear, you have to upgrade this stuff with gold and silver. There's one upgrade of silver, and then there's the next upgrade of gold. So I had to do that for the helmet, the plate, or the chest and legs, and then also the shield. And then I had to grind out some dragons. I let this run overnight. Once I got that shield unlocked, I went into the Dragon Valley and I killed these green dragons overnight, maybe a little bit more. So now I have that dragon shield. So this is, aside from the Terran gear, this is how I went into in-game on my standard account. And I've also spent the time to grind out the Ancient Claw. So now I have Ancient Claw and Dragon Claw, which means once I clear out 7 more Infernal caves, and clear out that dungeon 7 more times, I can upgrade those claws. I just need 10 of these. So that is in the works. That's probably going to be the next thing. I had to manually run that for some reason. I think there was a hit in there that could have killed me, so I had to kind of watch it. I just haven't had the time to finish the remaining 7. Eventually I'll have to probably let it run idle and try to get the pet out of it, but that's for another day. Let's see, ground out the Ancient Claw, did the Infernal Stronghold, did that a little bit. I need to finish this one off. I did do some Air God grinding, so that's a little bit forward. That's probably what I'm going to come back to. That will be my future plan, is to clear out the Infernal Stronghold as many times, the remaining times I need, and then to clear out the Air God dungeon and get the gear out of that I need for my ranged character. And then from there, I'll go into the water god with the ranged character and let him level up a bit. That's the general plan for the dungeons. For the rest of it, I kind of think I want to still work on, like I might grind out this air god dungeon and then work on attack and defense. We'll get into that here in a second. I did some pet farming. I came into, oops, I was in the right spot. I was in the dungeons. I think I have all the pets up to, well, I don't have the wizard one yet. I wanted to turn my range guy loose on that because he's going to be the better one to take that on. But I already have the chicken coop, undead graveyard, and bandit base. I now have the spider force. When I let that one run, melee can just go through and annihilate that thing. The Myolite one, I started to work on and then I quit, but I think I still have some of the rest of these to do. Well, aside from the volcano, I still have quite a few pets to pick up. They give a nice passive, so I think it's probably worthwhile to go through and clear these. Let's see, all the crafting ones go to here. So then we get the, ranged prayer, combat, Perilous Peaks, Dark Waters, Hall of Wizards I need, the Myolite, the Deep Sea, Frozen Cave. I don't remember what some of these do. I know the Earth God dungeon gives you, I think, damage reduction. The Volcano one's good, +1 to Slayer damage. Let's see, what else did we get? Accuracy rating. That one was good. A little bit of gold, a little bit of ranged. So I thought it was well worth to try to go get some of those combat pets. And not only that, it's also a way of grinding out, say, strength, attack, and defense, or ranged, or whatever. Because you're going to have to sit in there for a while to get the things, and it's something to do. With the adventure account, I don't really need a lot of this stuff. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to progress through here, and I know I've talked about this a few times. But like at some point, some of these dungeons are just useless. I don't need any of the gear out of any of this. Like I can completely skip all this ancient gear, all this ancient hide and all that. I can completely skip it because now I can idle out the air god dungeon. So moving forward so far with the melee character is kind of making some of this other stuff redundant, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It's kind of interesting coming back to this and being able to just idle anything without caring. So that's cool. And then the Slayer stuff, I know I've talked about going through the Slayer stuff. I need to, because I need to get this Slayer raised up to get some of the gear out of here, especially this Dark Waters. I'm going to need, higher, this is in-game stuff here. This is the in-game weapons and everything. So I need to be at level 90 Slayer and then clear into the mist to be able to idle this. This is what I'm working on with my standard account right now. So I know to get there, it's going to be a while, but and then I got to work on magic and all that, which is getting even further down the road. One thing I do need to work on is food. This is starting to get concerning. Like I was doing the Myolite Cave and it wasn't really taking a lot of carrots, but it was taking carrots. And I'm not really replenishing those. And I know there's going to be some cooking changes. So I started thinking about this. I probably need to put fishing up whales and fishing and cooking whales into the production pipeline and maybe get rid of some of the rest of this food or burn it off on some crap. Of course, we don't know what cooking looks like yet. But I think I need to prioritize that and maybe just spend a couple of days doing nothing but that and working towards that. Just to build up as much fish as I can, much whales or whatever, just to have enough healing sitting there. The other thing I would point out is my strength is now at level 98. I am very close to being there. I was getting ready to go to bed last night. The Myolite thing kind of bugged me a little bit because it was using up carrots quite a bit. So I didn't want to go to sleep and then wake up dead or something, or wake up out of carrots or whatever. So I thought, you know what? I don't know how it's going to go. I won't push it, but I am at level 98. This is very close. That's going to be done very soon. Somebody pointed out in one of my videos, or in the comments of one of my videos, I was looking at getting defense all the way up to 99 first. And they pointed out that I think you want to do strength, then attack, and then defense in that order. And I mean, you need some of these at 85 to put gear on. But I think the reason you want to do that is strength gives you more damage. And all of your all the XP that you generate is based on how much damage you do. So if you hit harder first, you're going to do more damage and generate more XP. And then if you make your accuracy better second, you're going to hit more often and do more. And then if you work on defense last, you're going to have the best damage you can do and the best attack you can do, or the best accuracy. So you're going to be hitting more often and hitting harder. So that'll raise defense up quicker. I think that's the premise behind it. That's kind of what I worked out in my mind. So that's the way I'm going to proceed. We're going to finish strength up here. And that's why I was saying I kind of want to idle some of these dungeons out, grind out all the pets. They may be like say I get done with the Air God dungeon. I may start grinding on the Myolite Cave again or some of these other ones. I may decide that that's what I want to work on is attack and defense for a while, so I'll grind on dungeons. That's kind of where my thinking of going forward is. I don't really have a solid, I'm going to do this. Mostly it's going to be grinding dungeons for the foreseeable future, I think. That's kind of where I want to be. I need to work on healing at some point, so that's going to be another priority. But that's kind of about where we're at. I just want to work on kind of what you see. Well, I don't know that I want to finish this necessarily today. Probably get done with this video and start doing some combat. But I didn't want to just throw it on here. I want to kind of think about how I want to proceed forward. Maybe I throw, well, yeah, I want to get my melee stuff done first. I want that all done and out of the way. Because once those are done, then ranged will be easy to do. And then magic's going to be a concern because I have to go figure out where I can get runes, or I have to unlock rune crafting. And rune crafting, herb lore, and fletching would be the next three that I want. Not sure if I want rune crafting or herb lore first, because that's going to be the difficult choice. Like, I can get arrows. Oh, I should point that out too, because I've been clearing so many of these dungeons. I have just thousands of arrows. They're shitty, but I've got thousands and thousands of arrows here. So I've got plenty to shoot. They're not great, but for grinding the low level stuff, it'll be fine. And I don't know, that's kind of where we're at. You see where I'm going, just doing some dungeoning here. This is going to be a lot of combat going forward. With this account, I'm pushing really strongly towards into the mist, and that's the goal. Clear that, get the god gun or god weapons, or in-game weapons, not god gun. I keep wanting to say god guns. The goal is to get down to dark waters and grind this stuff out. And once I've ground all these out, this will probably go on hold until we get more in-game content, if we get more in-game content. Or I could keep working and unlocking more skills. Don't know. But all combat all the time going forward, aside from maybe fishing and cooking. And that is it for this episode. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.